Here are 3 emojis that you can use when you're texting a man in order to make him release vasopressin, which is the hormone that men need to release to fall in love with you and bond with you for a lifetime. And I'm an expert on vasopressin because I studied it at university and I understand how people think, feel, and act when they consume, in this case, love. And I also have a vasopressin course on my website, which teaches you everything you need to know on how to stress a man correctly into loving you. Because as we all know, vasopressin is released when men are stressed out the right way. First of all, you want to be using this emoji, okay? You don't want to be overusing it, but this emoji linked with desired language can really trigger a man's vasopressin because there is excitement, there is a level of stress, but the right stress. So for example, something I've said before, you can text him with desired language. Instead of saying, "Hi, how are you?" You can say, "Oh my gosh, I cannot stop thinking about the dream I had last night. I can't believe we did that." With that emoji, he's going to be thinking, "What? Huh? What?" He's going to start stressing out, but in the right way. And there is going to be anticipation, which is going to make him release so much vasopressin. And then you can use this emoji, like the melting emoji. I remember the first time someone used this on me. I had to Google it because I didn't even know what it meant. But now I do know, and I release so much vasopressin. Imagine you send him a picture of you just before you go to sleep. Then he says, "Okay, sweet dreams, baby. Are you going to bed?" You can respond and say, "I'm not falling asleep unless it's next to you," with that emoji. It's going to almost trigger his protective instinct because he's going to see that you are a nurturer and that you're into him, but in the right way. And where you said something kind of subtle, you didn't say, "I'm in love with you. I want to marry you. I'm obsessed with you. You're so hot and I want to sleep next to you and cuddle you all night." But essentially, you did say that, just with something a lot more smoother, with the desired language and with the emoji. So he's still going to release vasopressin for you, but he's just not going to freak out and run away. And lastly, this emoji. You can just text him it, text him it alone, or you can text him that with a sentence saying, "Baby, I have a present for you later," and put the brain emoji. He is going to be so excited. He's going to also like the fact that you are more spicy because he knows that you're into giving brain. He wants you to be into giving brain. So you're essentially going to be on the same wavelength, which is limbic resonance, which means that your emotions are in sync, your preferences are in sync, and that helps a man release vasopressin. I can make a part 2, and I can also make a part 2 to just how to make a guy release vasopressin through texting. In the meantime, you can check out the other videos and of course my Giving Brain course.